guys? We're back for another Dokkan battle video, and today we're gonna go ahead and take LR, Gohan, and Go.
Rob this motherfucker, man. Where the LR's at? Where the fuck?
How many brothers fell victim to the street? Rest in peace, young nigga. There's a heaven for you. Be alive if I told you that I never thought of death. My niggas, we the last ones left.
All right, that's enough mourning. Time's up. I think that's it. Rest in peace to the self-proclaimed LR King, the self-proclaimed Super Battle Road King. He's a great guy. I love him, but now that he's gone, there's a spot open. I don't have enough money. You know, I try to steal from my parents, but they just don't have enough money for me to get all the LR. So, Super Battle Road, no item run, got your boy, LR Vegito. And this is on the global version of the game. Because shortly before the demise of DaTruthDT, he would do a lot of his runs on JP. And everyone knows JP, they love the Japanese. They make the game easier. Everyone knows that. It's just a fact. So we're on global, so this is like, what, 10 times more difficult? But I don't want to disrespect that man. I want to respect his memory. He paved the way for a lot of people in a lot of ways. And let me just say, if you really think that I mean any ill will against that man, you're absolutely right. I'm trying to steal his fucking LRs because I wanna see him in the real so I can steal his LRs digitally. You ever seen Cyber Chase with Hacker? That's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to fucking steal digitally. But as you can see, this is actually surprisingly not as hard as I thought. I actually, to be completely honest, I know no item runs are somewhat kind of sort of common because I know on the Dokkan Battle subreddit a million fucking years ago people posted some of them, but you know, the Dokkan Battle subreddit, it's really, you know, exciting because people just post the fucking end screen and nothing else. So it's like, wow, okay, how did that happen? So it's kind of interesting to see more people make videos about it, basically, because I think the only people I've ever really seen videos for is like one Mong a million years ago, the Masked Ninja, and then now DaTruthDT, who has fucking a million, or he used to, had a million fucking LRs, a million amazing teams. And you know what? We repping global, right? We stunning with your boy, Mr. fucking Gotenks. And let me just say, with this team, I actually did this one time, and I got so close to winning that I was like, fuck, I could definitely do this, because when I did this originally, first of all, let's just get one thing out of the way. One thing out of the way is, it's fucking depressing that LR Vegito and LR Gogeta take 6 fucking turns for their shit to activate. And as you can see here, I'm purposely not getting the super. You're like, what? Why? Why would you? 500 IQ. I'll explain that. Don't worry about it. So, I actually did this one time, and I actually got to the end phase, the last screen. I did a fucking Dokkan Super on LR Cell, or not LR Cell, but he might as well be fucking LR Cell with the defense he has, and the piece of shit refused to die, and unfortunately for me, I ended up dying, like, at the last fucking second. But one thing I realized while doing this is that it matters less about how powerful your team is, and more to do with how strategic you are, how high IQ you are. So basically, I used to have LR Gohan. I have LR Gohan. I took him off this team for the simple reason that he was too fucking good. Like, legit, that motherfucker would get key and just super all the fucking time. And one thing you want to do is kind of stall out a little bit just to get more rainbow key, because I could have, you could just, like, if you get lucky, that's the thing. The first time I did this, I got really lucky, and I was just critting everyone, steamrolling, and then I got to the final stage with a Dokkan Super with, like, no HP, and I needed a little bit more gas in the tank, and I had nothing to give it. So that's why I ended up bringing a shittier team, and the shittier team actually ended up, you know, performing a little bit better, because with Mai and Gotenks, I always had Gotenks just for the orb changing and the possible stun, but because they're here, it's a little bit slower, and that's actually a good thing, because dude, when you have LR Gohan, like, his dick is so big, you're just like, dude, please chill out. Like, you're gonna fucking get a rape case, just stop it. And he's like, he don't give a fuck. He just want to fuck everyone on the field. And it's like, Jesus Christ, I'm trying to get some fucking orbs. I'm trying to, like, heal. I'm trying to do something. It's a very difficult decision. And I actually don't remember if I actually got a full heal with Vegito, because that's one good thing about these, the LR Vegito and LR Gogeta, that if you do make it to the 6 turns, if you're less than, you know, the 50% HP, you do get a full heal. You transform and get a full heal. But like I said, it's kind of hard to do in terms of time. And it's not as common as you would think, because a lot of these stages, like, you're going to kill them really fast, or they do enough damage to kill you if you're not careful. So it's a very difficult situation. But yeah, this actually wasn't as... I mean, it's obviously annoying and there's RNG involved, but when it came to Super Int, it didn't seem as terrible. And I guess I have a pretty good mono Int team in terms of global. I can't really... I mean, Super Int anyway. I can't really think of off the top of my head someone who I'm like, oh my god, I wish I had him. Like I said, LR Gohan, I actually purposely left his fucking ass off the team because he was just too damn good. But I think for the most part, this is mostly luck. Although, admittedly, it's not that much luck, because a lot of times I don't get super lucky and stun them before they can super me. It's just good blocking. Like your boy LR Vegito, you give him the orbs, he'll come with the tanking ability. He'll come with the ass attack. He'll be out here taking those shots. And it's also just... fuck it, it's trial and error, because honestly, my intention was to fucking get this guy to become Ultra Instinct, and then just start rolling the dice, start going, come on, baby, dodge, just like that. Look at that beautiful dodge. God bless Mai. That's what I'm talking about. Mai got the fucking... Listen, you want to talk about Gogeta, you want to talk about Vegito, all these guys do not have a gun. Mai carries a fucking strap. She's always ready to bang out. You don't fuck with Mai. You do not fuck with Mai whatsoever. Yeah, this actually was pretty fun. I was surprised that I was able to do it in my first attempt, somewhat close. So I was like, hey, why not? And you know what? I'll be completely honest with you. I did this, Monday or Tuesday or some shit. And I'm like, I'm not going to edit this shit down. I'm not going to do this shit now. And I was kind of hoping, I was praying that fucking your man's, the whale, the LR Mongo, the truth did not do Super Int. Because he's been doing every fucking team. Like, I look, he just, yeah, Extreme AGL, super easy, dude. Super AGL, easy, dude, easy. Super Tech, Super Int, Extreme Int, well, not Super Int. This is the first official Super Int, no item, Super Battle Road, at least on my channel, from my knowledge. I mean, hopefully no one else logged in and uploaded this shit. But, yeah, it was pretty fun. I think it was pretty cool. I definitely think that if I didn't have 2 LR Vegitos, this would be a lot more annoying. But although, with that being said, I do have LR Gohan, and I probably would have just fucking, I don't know, maybe tried to just get lucky with him. Because he does a decent amount of damage. He doesn't tank as well. But it's not like he's ass or anything like that. It's just the fact of the matter that he does not have the tanking ability that your boy Mr. fucking Vegito has. And the only problem with this UI Goku is 2 things. Obviously, he never dodges when you need him to dodge. And 2 is that he has the LR Gohan complex where he's just so fucking strong. He avoids or ignores guard. So he actually does a fair bit of damage. And he has so much fucking ki. You can rarely avoid his super. But look at this. Check out the big brain on Brad. You got to figure out, how can I cuck LR Vegito? How can he not get ki? That's the game plan. You got to make sure that this fucking sicko gets no ki whatsoever. And as you can see, I'm retarded. I should have just went for the one fucking int and I wouldn't have gotten a super. But yeah, other than that, it's been a pretty eventful week. I don't know why, but I had a zillion different fucking videos to upload last week. And a couple of them I've been sitting on for a while, at least the idea of it. And I was just like, yeah, I was just nutting. I'm like, video. And it seemed like it didn't annoy anyone too much, so I'll try to keep that in mind. I mean, to be completely honest with you, I think that one thing that contributed to that is, one, just good timing, because most of my friends were busy with work, or I just didn't go. Well, I went out last weekend. I don't know. I guess maybe I just fucking planned it out better. I honestly don't know. Although, admittedly, your man's is a busy man, because for the past, month, probably a month, 2 months, I've just been, in a really fucking fast-moving fast lane, because as soon as I get home from work, immediately I'm either going to a friend's house, trying to finish something at home, or, you know me, I'm a nice YouTube hobbyist. You know, I'm trying to make these YouTube videos, and that's something that people pointed out in the last video. I think it was the last video, where, like, I have a million fucking channels but never talk about it. It's just something that I don't really particularly like sharing. I mean, I'll share it. I mean, I fucking commented it. But it's just like, you know, it's kind of, I have channels that go all over the fucking place, and I feel like some people wouldn't give a fuck about it. And I also upload irregularly. I actually have a channel. It's called A History of YouTube. I made one video on that channel, and it was 2 years ago. And I swear to God, I forgot I had that fucking channel. I'm looking at it like, when the fuck did I make this channel? Good video though. Maybe I'll go back, make some more videos. Look, it was a good video. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I have low self-esteem, so whenever people express interest in anything that I do, I kind of feel like it's just a Carrie moment. If you ever seen the movie Carrie, where fucking she goes up to the prom and she thinks she wins prom queen, and then a fucking vat of pig's blood just pours all over her and her self-esteem goes back to zero. That's how I feel. And unfortunately, unlike Carrie, I don't have magical powers to get the fucking power lines jumping and fucking electricity going. You know what I mean? So maybe if I had that defense mechanism, I'd be more open to fucking sharing all my different little arts and crafts with people. But even so, I just figured I'd mention it, as it was something that I feel like it's weird. Like, I've made YouTube videos for a really long time, and I've dropped channels here and there. But sometimes I'll go back and I'll see a video that I don't even fucking remember making, and I'll be like, oh, fuck, all right, that wasn't too bad. I always, like, the thing is though, like, all the videos I've ever made that become somewhat popular, I never thought they would become somewhat popular. Like, the videos that I put the most effort into rarely get anything fucking going on them, which is fine, but it's just weird. Like, I just randomly, like, why the fuck some things, you know, not blow up, but have more views in terms of what people are interested in, as opposed to other things. But, yeah, I think for the fuck me, dude. I think for the most part, it's just been basically, leveraging uploads like a sicko, making sure I get my jerk-off time in, and also making sure that I'm able to play a little bit of Super Smash Brothers, because I have not played that shit in at least 2 months, and if I don't play, how am I ever going to become a top dog? And low-key, I saw something that was interesting that made me tempted to actually fucking turn on my PS4. Shout out to the PS4, that shit's dry as fuck. The Dragon Ball FighterZ is actually having like an online live tournament, which seemed pretty interesting, honestly. I was like, oh shit, alright, what the fuck? Like, I didn't know that shit actually existed. So I might low-key check that out, but more than likely, because tomorrow's UFC, your boy Max Holloway versus, what's his name, Frank whatever the fuck, I'm probably just gonna go by a friend's house and watch that, as opposed to participate in that tournament. Yeah, other than that, this week has been pretty busy in terms of what I've been doing at work, just because I don't know what it is. Like, I work at like, as I mentioned, it's a nice software company, so we do 2-week sprints, and I feel like I'm always like trying to fill up those 2 weeks or 10 days like to the max, and I feel like I'm gonna not stop doing that, but I definitely feel like I do overdo it sometimes, especially because I'm technically like mentoring someone and trying to teach them shit. So the amount of time it takes is pretty time consuming. And every sprint, I'm always like up to the fucking gills in work. And I usually get it done, but it's just like, holy shit, like this is taking so much fucking time. That's kind of similar to this sprint. Although, I accidentally made it lighter than usual because I thought something was going to take like a day and ended up taking like a couple hours. So low-key, your mans has some time at the end of the week. I got to figure out what to do with that, but for the most part, it's just been weird because for the past like 3 months, our team has been really fractured. Like, what we work on rarely is directly, well, I don't want to say rarely directly correlated, but what I've been working on for the past, like, I don't know, 2-3 months is mostly like infrastructure, heavily infrastructure, a lot of things to do with our services. And I feel like I'm the only one who's done that. And also there's been people who've done, you know, specific things in terms of database, you know, writing scripts for our database. And then there's people who've been basically doing more of the development for the actual application. I've done some development for the application itself, but not heavy. It's just kind of weird because I feel like this is the first time at my job where I feel like we're all doing different shit. I mean, we're doing a lot of work, though. And I know at our company, like, we're quote-unquote one of the model teams because we do so much shit. Like, a lot of us are very independent in terms of, like, we don't have to rely on each other. I mean, we help each other out. But, you know, we out there, we put in work. And we have a new joiner on our team. He does a decent job, but he's new, so he's not going to put in that much work. Like, he's not going to put in OD work. So, it's a fucking miracle. Low-key, we're going to finally hit that fucking wall, but until then, we're chilling. And by the way, as you can see, we made it to the final fucking battle. And pretty much the strategy, for the most part, has been essentially just block with LR Vegito. I know, that's crazy, right? Try to stun the strongest person on the field with either Mai or Gotenks. And then in the meantime, just try to use Mui Goku for dodges if possible, which hasn't been very much. But this is a really good team. I mean, I can't think of a critical moment where a stun did something. I mean, there were stuns in here, and it did help, but it was good because it did less damage. But I can't think of a moment where I was like, oh my god, thank god this fucking guy actually stunned. It's been mostly like, oh, whatever, fucking a stun, who gives a shit? I got my boy LR Vegito over here taking every fucking hit possible. But I definitely think this would be a lot harder if I did not bring that free-to-play Gotenks, because he does change a lot of Orbs of Rainbow, and he gives Int Vegito a lot more opportunity to just fucking push people's shit in. And I feel like if I did not have that card, the field would be a lot assier and a lot harder to get your defense up, because if you get like less than 4 orbs with Vegito, it's pretty awesome. By the way, right here, I actually stopped recording and started recording because I have dog shit fucking capture software. Shout out to Android. They don't believe in fucking having an HDMI feed into an Elgato system. So I just stopped and started again. Yeah, so I was saying, been busy at work. I've been putting in that fucking work. And I've also been fucking busy at my house because for the past, like, I don't know, week and a half, we've had a fucking epidemic of flies in my house. I don't know what happened. I don't know if people left out some fucking fruit. I don't know if someone left the door open. But we've been getting fucking raped. I've been getting raped and bombarded by fucking fruit flies, man. Them motherfuckers flying around my room right now. You don't know how badly I just want to go get a fucking flamethrower and just burn this entire fucking room to the ground. But I won't do that. Mostly because I don't have the money to do that. But if I did, maybe it's a possibility. And as you can see here, this is when I was like, holy shit, like, I actually did this. Like, not only did I do this, but I did this with, like, enough HP. Like, as you saw earlier, with the original run, I was, like, at the last second, barely any HP. With this, I think I could have taken another hit. Like, if I had LR Vegito tanking, who gives a fuck? Man could take a hit, not doing more than 90. We out here, we defending ourselves, KO. Put that bum in the shower. And now that I think about it, I really feel like Patara could be done a similar way. The only negative I can think of is that you cannot bring your man's, I don't think you could bring your man's in Gotenks, because that Gotenks puts in hella work. Not only does he stun sometimes, and I put hella dodges on him, and he never dodges ever, but, you know, it's possible. Yeah, friend request this guy. This is a nice guy. He's a helpful guy. But the fact that he changes all those keys to rainbow is, like, fucking ridiculous. Like, that's why he's really valuable, honestly. On a mono-in team, or even a Patara team, or not a Patara, a fusion team, he's like a fucking god, dude. Like, this dude legit puts in hella work. Mai did a decent job, too. I mean, she brought the gap. She always has that thing on her, so at least she had that going on. But, yeah, mono-in, not too bad. I really feel like if you have LR Vegito, no dupes, because really you just need the defense from this asshole, you could probably do it. And as you saw, I never transformed. So if you want to be an asshole and fucking stall even more and transform, low-key, you fucking good, bro. Ain't nothing to worry about. And by the way, let me just say, moment of silence for your boy, DaTruth.